if you access your data matrix editor, okay, so again, if you have the icons, you can just select the picture of it, but if you hit apps and then choose whichever one it comes to, okay, and you can clear your data hitting F1 and then option 8. Okay, and then the easiest thing to do is just to enter from like a column, one column at a time. So I'm going to enter my X's first. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then on the column 2, I'm going to enter my corresponding Y's. 868, 1220, 1474, 2053, 2717, and 3454. Okay, and so once I have all that information set in there, again, if you want to verify that you've entered the correct values, you can double check those. Okay, but if you once you enter your information, you're then going to go to the F5 Calculate tab, and you're going to choose the type of regression you want the calculator to perform. So this is exponential growth or exponential function. So we're going to go to an exponential regression, hit enter, okay, and now select the columns for X's and Y's. Remember, it starts off with an alpha lock. As you type in the C, you see that it's locked, unlock it. So C1 is my X, move down. C2, I have to select alpha key first. And again, I'm going to go ahead and put my regression equation, store it as the Y1 value in case I need to work with this function. And when I hit enter, I get my solution here, which is 510.6824 for my A value, and then my B value, 1.3171 if I round it. Okay, and so that is going to be my solution. I'll enter it here, but I get f of x is equal to 510.6824 times the quantity 1.3171 all to the x. Okay. Now let's confirm this with Excel. See if we get the same value when we're using the Excel program. Okay, so the advantage and disadvantage, okay, the Excel is easier to enter data. Okay, so sometimes it may be possible to just copy and paste as well, but in this case, I think it's set up where we'll just enter it. Okay, but entering the numbers is a little bit easier in Excel. Right, once you have all of your values entered, what you can do is highlight your cells. Okay, and then if you go to Insert and choose the Scatter Plot option and plot your points, if you right-click on one of the points, it allows you to add a trend line. And when you add that trend line, you need to change it so that it's in exponential form. And once you do that, you just need to scroll down and make sure you can see the equation. So display the equation on the chart, and here we see our answer. Now, I had mentioned that Excel, the negative to Excel is that it sometimes shows it in a different form than what you're expected, but I'm going to show you how to calculate that here really quickly. Okay, so first of all, it asks you for 4 decimal places, right? And Excel's only showing you 2. So the first thing that you would need to do is to extend that to 4 decimals. If you move your cursor so that it highlights the equation, so again, I go over my equation and highlight it, put a box around it. Notice I move my cursor to the point where it shows the crosshairs on the edge. If I right-click that, I can now change the formatting of that. Oops. Sorry, double-click that. Okay, once you highlight this equation, you can select this label option here that allows you to change the category to number. And inside this number category, you can choose how many decimal places to round it. So I want all 4 decimal places, hit enter, and so now I see what those are. Okay, now notice that my first number is correct. The 510.6824 6824. So I have this first A value, but my B value isn't written in the same form. My B value is written with the common base E, which we haven't talked about in this context yet. Okay, so if you are going to use Excel, okay, to do this, what you would have to do is you have to take this whole piece right here, this whole E to some power. If you copy that to find what it is, I simply needed to see what those numbers were. Okay, this value here, if I took E to the power of 0.2754, I'm going to get the same calculated value we got on our TI-89. I'm going to get what the base B needs to be. Okay, so I'm going to do that on this separate calculator here. Okay, but if I wanted this, I would take E, which is diamond X, to the power of 0.27, bless you, 54. And now when I enter this, it's going to give me the base that I was looking at, 1.3171. Right? This is the same base that we got when we calculated it. Excel is just going to give it to you in a form with the natural base rather than the actual, like just the decimal value. Okay? So you do need to do that extra step if you are going to use Excel for this. Okay? So again, it's up to you.